Does balancing a chemical equation sometimes make you feel like you have entered a Jurassic Park? One formula appears, you try to balance it. Suddenly, another atom appears. You fix that one, and boom, another one is unbalanced. Run. But wait, don't panic, because today we are going to turn this Jurassic Park level chores into a simple chemistry game. So grab your notebook, take a deep breath, and let's balance. Hello everyone, welcome back to Happy Ions. In class 10, balancing chemical equation comes in 3 different levels, and each level get a little more challenging. But before we begin, if you have not watched my previous video on how to name the ion and some basic term for balancing the chemical equation, go and watch those first. I have added in the description box for reference. They will make today's video much easier to follow, and then come right back here because level 3 is where the real chemistry detective work begins. So stay tuned till the end. Let's enter the Jurassic Park of chemical equation and balance our way out. Level 1. In this chemical equation is given to you, you just have to balance it. That means you just have to add the coefficient in front of the reactant and the product. Example number 1. H2 and O2 are the reactants which are given to us, that is hydrogen gas and oxygen gas, and H2O is a product which is given in this chemical equation. So before we balance the chemical equation, make a tabular column naming element, reactant and product. In this example, hydrogen and oxygen are the element. Then start counting the elements on both the sides. Both the side of the reactant and the product, the number of hydrogen is 2, whereas the number of oxygen in reactant side is 2 and 1 on the product side. One atom is less in product side. So in order to balance it, we add the coefficient 2 in front of the water. So oxygen got balanced but hydrogen not. At that time, it become 4. How? Because subscript when multiplied with the coefficient, it gives us 4. That means now on product side we have 4 hydrogen and the number of hydrogen on the reactant side it is less. So how to balance it? We add the coefficient 2 in front of the reactant, that is H2, and now the hydrogen become 4. 2 multiplied by 2, coefficient multiplied by subscript to give you 4. Now the number of hydrogen and oxygen on both the side of the reactant and product are equal. Let us take one more example. In this equation, lead nitrate is a reactant, lead oxide, nitrogen dioxide and oxygen are the products. Now let's write the elements. Lead, nitrogen, oxygen are the 3 elements present in this equation. The number of lead atom on both the side of the reactant and product is 1. But how to count the nitrogen in the nitrate? As you know well, while writing the chemical formula, if the number of polyatomic ions are more than 1, we put in the curve bracket. So in this case, we multiply with a number present outside the bracket. Nitrogen, when multiplied, we get 2. Now, the product side, it is 1. Same with in the case of an oxygen. 3 multiplied with 2, so 6. All 3 products contain oxygen. Lead oxide contain 1, nitrogen dioxide contain 2, oxygen contain 2. So 1 plus 2 plus 2 is equal to 5. Now let's balance the product side. We will add 2 coefficient in front of the nitrogen dioxide. So nitrogen get balanced, but the number of oxygen is equal to 1 plus 4 plus 2 is equal to 7. Now to balance the number of oxygen, we have to add the coefficient 2 in front of lead nitrate. So the lead become 2, nitrogen become 2 2s are 4 and oxygen become 2 multiplied by 6 is equal to 12. Now balance the product side. 2 coefficient before the lead oxide, so the lead get balanced. Next nitrogen, we remove 2 and add 4 in front of the nitrogen dioxide to balance the nitrogen. Now let's count the oxygen. 2 in the lead oxide and 8 in the nitrogen dioxide and 2 in the oxygen molecule. So 2 plus 8 plus 2 is equal to 12. So everything got balanced. So the final equation looks like this. Level 2. Convert word to chemical equation, then balance. Before we learn how to solve this level, we have to learn few ions charts so that we can write the chemical formula of chemical equation. As per NCERT textbook, following ion charges you have to remember so that you can crack the level 2 easily. So learn them properly. And remember one thing, Whenever there is hydrogen, oxygen, chlorine is written as a word either in the reactant side or product side, it means hydrogen gas, oxygen gas, and chlorine gas, H2O2, Cl2. Okay, so don't forget these few tricks. Now let's begin with some examples. Potassium bromide and barium iodide are the reactant. Potassium iodide and barium bromide are the products. Potassium bromide KBr, barium iodide BaI2, potassium iodide that is Ki, barium bromide that is BaBr2. Let's list down the elements K, Br, Ba, I. These are the four elements which are present in the reactant and the product. Number of potassium is 1, bromide is 1, barium is 1, iodide is 2. On the product side, potassium is 1, then iodide is 1, barium is 1, and bromide is 2. So the number of bromide and iodide are unbalanced. So to balance the bromide, we add the coefficient 2 in front of KBr, but number of potassium increases on the reactant side. So to balance, we add the coefficient 2 in front of potassium iodide. Now iodide also get balanced. Level 3. Statement is given and now the final pause. Level 3 gives you a statement or a situation. No formula, no ready-made reactant, no ready-made product. You have to become a chemistry detective. First read the statement carefully, then ask who are the reactants, what is being formed, what are the products. Then write the chemical formula and finally balance the equation. Now here comes the secret to crack level 3. The trick is just one tiny preposition, to. You might be wondering, how can the word to help me balance a chemical equation? Well, let me show you. When you see a statement like hydrogen sulfide reacts with air to form water and sulfur dioxide, look carefully at the word to. Think of it as a chemical dividing line. Before to gives you a clue about the reactant, the substance taking part in the reaction. After to gives you a clue about the product, the substance formed. And so here, before to is hydrogen sulfide plus air, that is reactant. After to, water plus sulfur dioxide, that is product. Now convert them into a chemical formula. So the chemical formula goes like this: H2S plus O2 gives you H2O plus SO2. And finally balance it. So the complete journey is statement, identify the reactant and the product, write the formula and balance. We will take the same statement here. So hydrogen sulfide, that is H2S, reacts with air. Air means the oxygen. So oxygen gas molecule, that is O2, to give water. Water, H2O, and sulfur dioxide, SO2. So what we'll do, we will list down the elements. So in this case, hydrogen, sulfur, and oxygen are the elements. Now, like we have seen in level 1 and level 2, what we do, we see how many number of atoms are present in the reactant and product, and in this case, if we see, everything is balanced. Let's take one more example. In this example, barium chloride and aluminum sulfate is before 2, that means they are reactant. Aluminum chloride and barium sulfate are after the 2, so that means they are product. Now what we will do, we will be writing down the chemical formula of the reactant and the product and listing down the elements. So barium, chloride, aluminum, sulfur, and oxygen. Okay, these are the 5 elements we have. Now let's count. Barium is 1 on reactant side and product side. Chloride is 2 on reactant side, 3 on product side. Aluminum is 2 on reactant side and 1 in product side. Sulfur is 3 on reactant side, 1 on product side. Oxygen is 12 on reactant side and 4 on product side. So first we will balance the aluminum here. So we will put a coefficient 2 in front of aluminum chloride. So aluminum got balanced, but chloride become unbalanced. So chloride now is 2 3s are 6 chlorides are present on the product side. Now balance the chloride. We will put 3 as a coefficient in front of barium chloride. So 3 2s are 6. But while balancing the chloride, barium become unbalanced, so we have to now barium is 3, so now we have to put a coefficient 3 in front of barium sulfate, so the barium become balanced. Now with that sulfur become 3 and oxygen become 12. So the equation is balanced now. Some key takeaway from this video.